Luke, great to do some further work with you out on the range on Sunday. Just a quick recap on the key points that we covered. First of all, if we take a little look at how things progressed from start to finish, we can see here, start of the session, end of the session, so there's an improvement in the overall rate at which accumulator 1 was expanding or releasing. You can see there a nice steady progression from 153 to 150 to 144. So number 1's not running out as quick. Obviously this lesson was more about accumulators and the rate at which they unload than anything else. We then look at what number 4 was doing. Nice little change there, just starting to change ever so slightly from 46 to 49 towards the end of your session. So how do we achieve that change? Well, what we talked about was when the accumulators should unload. We were getting a situation here when we looked at the start of the session where from the top of the backswing the hands were moving away from the shoulders straight away. So number 4 unloading, which was then causing number 1 to kick in a little bit too early, and as a result number 2 was unloading too soon, creating a position at P6 where the radius of the swing was a little bit too wide, release point too far back, and a bit of daylight here. We wanted this left arm more down the right thigh ideally. So what we did was we looked at Charlie Wee and explained that the accumulators, or particularly accumulator number 4, doesn't actually unload until P5. So from P4 to P5, the gap, if you will, between the hands and the right shoulder isn't changing. So that's going to maintain its relationship. And then from P5 onwards, the hands, if you will, are going to move away from the right shoulder. So number 4 is going to unload. Number 1 is then going to unload, followed by number 2, creating a nice tight position at P6. So the feeling that we gave you from the top was to focus on getting the left knee to move forward whilst leaving the arms where they were. That's the feeling. You can see on this one, the left knee moves out in front of the left ankle a little bit more. P5 looking better at that point. A little bit more maintenance of the wrist hinge. Because number 4's not releasing as early, we're seeing that number 1, the right arm, isn't expanding quite as quick. And this left arm is coming a touch closer to that right thigh. We've certainly got the left knee in a more forward position coming into impact, which is controlling the location of the centres during the swing. Both these centres, I know I've zoomed in now, but both these centres were on top of, stroke in front of the golf ball, whereas on this swing here, both centres were slightly, upper centre was slightly behind, lower centre was slightly in front. This is towards the end of the session. Been working the left knee forward, really working on that left knee moving forward. You can see they're getting out in front of the left ankle at P5, continuing to move forward. The rate at which number 4 is moving away from the right shoulder has improved dramatically. You can see there that the gap isn't really increasing till just before P5, so we can still work on that, still make that better. The rate at which accumulator 1, the right arm, is expanding has improved dramatically, and you can see now that that left arm is lining up with the right thigh a little bit better, resulting in a tighter swing radius. So all in all, good improvements made. The difference between the start and the end of your session was fantastic. The ball striking was improved as well, which is always nice, and I've no doubt that that'll have a knock-on effect to the enjoyment of your golf. I'm just going to play Charlie Way through a few times so you get a nice visual on things. So P4 to P5, the left arm isn't moving away from the right shoulder. That movement is a downward and forward movement with the left knee. So left knee forward, there's a slight unwinding of the body which brings the arms down, and then from P5 that is when the arms and the accumulators start to unload, resulting in a nice tight radius at P6. Good luck with it. If there's any questions, feel free to pop me an email, and I look forward to working with you again in the coming weeks. Well done.